this month at Knockout Ranching. So a couple videos ago, I had told you guys that I was going to take you along when we go 2 hours south to check where our heifers are because it's a really nice place to go. So we loaded up the car seats and headed south, and that's what I'm doing, taking you south when we went to check our heifers. So we've got cows and heifers out on different pastures, and this one happens to be 2 hours south, and it's where my mom lives, and this is where I grew up. I can't remember if this was at the end of June or the beginning of July, but we were getting a little bit of rain then, thank goodness, and things were looking lush, things were looking green, and this is me headed out on the quad to go into the pasture and just check everything. So we check salt blocks, those blue things in that feed tub are salt blocks, and then I'm just headed over to check minerals. We always supplement our cattle when they're out on grass, even during the winter they get supplementation. And this little orange container coming up that you're seeing is the mineral tub, or that we call it the lick tub. The wildflowers and the grasses down in this pasture that these heifers are in are really, really pretty. They're just so natural and rustic looking. It's one of my favorite places. So the heifers that are down here obviously have their heifers, and so that means that they have not had a calf yet. They were bred earlier this year, and now they're turned out on grass, and they won't have their first calf until about January. As kids, my brother and my sister and I would play here all the time, and I'm just gonna go up and show you guys how big they actually are, because they don't look that big, but they're actually pretty substantial. Heifers are naturally really curious, and so when I sat there on the quad, it was so cute. They all came up and they all just kind of lick the quad, they smell it, they check out what you're doing, which is easy for me to check everybody because everybody comes right up to me. Then I just scooted up top of that pasture up to where the crops are just to see how things were doing there. And I found a little friend watching me up there. And now I'm headed back down into the main yard. This is one of my favorite yards because these big trees on the right side of the screen are old ash trees that were planted when my great-grandpa was there, and now they are just beautiful, and in the fall they turn this beautiful yellow color. started putting in more grass in our backyard. July also means birthdays in our family and hot weather, which means pool time for our kids. Wait a second. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll leave you with this gorgeous, fiery sunset.